Farming is the only business that when you invest 100% and you do it well, you can get 100% of your investment project or you are farming. Your variety must be of concern. So we chose Eden lettuce, so we embarked on that. And the unfortunate thing that happened was that after the production, after the transplanting, a week, 2 later, we noticed that there were these spots on the lettuce. This infection is called Cercospora leaf spot. They are black tiny spots that are found on the lettuce. But because of the knowledge we have acquired from plant protection and plant pathology, we drew in an intervention.
Why they should invest is because of the knowledge base and how passionate I am, myself as an agronomist. Also, we have a ready market, we have the land. I'm harvesting my produce.
So is it true that there is money in farming?
There's money in the soil, there's money in the bush, and there's money in the soil, you know?
So there's money in the bush, there's money in the soil, Charlie. If you don't have anything to it, and as a youth, even this can even be a side job you can be doing attached to whatever you are doing now. Welcome back from that break. On this episode, we are talking to some of the participants of the Graduates in Agribusiness reality TV show to find out what happened when they sowed seed and what is happening after the seed germinated. Don't go anywhere. We are listening to some of the success story of these participants. We'll be back.
Hi, my name is Joshua Blematessa from Veggie Fresh. I'm here with
Mercy Blematessa
and also
Rebecca Blematessa.
Our journey with GIA has been a very interesting one right from the beginning. We heard about GIA on a radio station, which is Unique FM. And then we went for the interview and the selection process as well. And then finally we started the project. The project has been a very exciting one. I can tell you I've learned a lot from this project in terms of training and skill that I've acquired in agriculture. Okay, so we were trained on various aspects as irrigation, also how to prepare land, how to take care of the various plants that vegetables that we have on the market, even about marketing of produce as well. And then it's been a very exciting journey. As I said, we've been able to cultivate lettuce and then tomatoes. Right now as I speak, you can see behind me the lettuce is almost ready for harvesting, and we've secured ready market for it already.
It's been so far so good. It's been an insightful journey. As you said, I for one, I didn't have any background in agric, but I was motivated and challenged. At the onset, it wasn't easy. We went through a lot of challenges, but by the grace of God, we've been able to sail through successfully, and we've gotten to this stage. And as you can see here, we have our lettuce ready, and our tomatoes will be ready in some weeks' time. So we believe that our work we have done here is evidence enough to invest in us and to give us the opportunity so that we can be a source of inspiration to other youth. as well. Thank you very much.
Well, as in I'm walking to the Veggie Fresh, farms, and I could see that they are already cultivating, and let me say harvesting their lettuce. So how long has this been on the farm? When you started? Let me start with you. Close to 8 weeks. Wow. And let me see, is this one good? Wow. Like this looks very good to eat, and I like how it's coming out. And I can see you guys are a basket full already.
Yes.
Oh wow. So do you have a market ready for them?
Yes.
So after you're going to sell them?
Yes, we're going to sell them and make our money.
Will you give me some of the money?
We'll think about it.
You think about it? Alright, so that is Veggie Fresh, and
Good afternoon, cherished viewers. I'm Mercy Matessa, a team member of Veggie Fresh. As we can see, we have a ready buyer here in the name of Madam Jennifer, who is a wache seller, who is here to harvest the lettuce. Now, when you look at our farm very well, you realize that we've planted our lettuce in phases. So we've decided to harvest this part or portion of it because we want our customers to have the vegetables fresh. That is why we decided to harvest it in phases. So as you can see, the ones here will be ready in a few days' time.
Still listening to the success story of the participants of Graduates in Agribusiness reality TV show. I'm here with Veggie Fresh, who are cultivating tomatoes and lettuce. But I want to ask them a quick question about what they said so far. Why should I invest in Veggie Fresh?
You should invest in Veggie Fresh because we have all the required skills, all the required knowledge, skills to work in this field, this agribusiness. And I believe that if you invest in us, you will not be throwing your money away, because at the end of the day, we'll get back our returns, like we'll get back our money. Because this business, farming itself, is a lucrative business, though it has its risk and all that. But if you are doing it with all the determination and perseverance and all the needed capital, you achieve the goals at the end.
Let me move to the lady here and let me ask you, what makes you guys different aside all other farmers that we have on GIA?
Thank you very much for this question. One, we have the potential.
Okay.
In terms of the trainings that we have received from day one, we took it very seriously. From land preparation to nursery, transplanting, we did it all by ourselves. So we believe that we have the potential. And two, we are ready for it. Because whatever you are doing, if you are not ready for it, it's not that we are just doing anything, but we know what we are doing. And we have the vision to scale up. As I said, we want to become the leading producer of fresh and quality vegetables in the sub-region. Not only in Ghana, but we believe that if we are successful, we can even go into exports and all that. So we are ready for what we are doing, and we mean business. That is what the distinctive factor, or that is what sets us apart from other groups. Thank you.
That sets us apart from other groups because we are doing it all by ourselves and we want to become one of the best producers in the sub-western regions in Ghana. And I could say that you are doing well.
Yes.
From what I've seen on the farm, you guys are putting in much more effort. So I wish you all the best. These are some of the success stories that are coming from our participants from the Graduates in Agribusiness reality TV show. My name is Nuruddin, and we'll be having more of these conversations soon. Don't go anywhere.
My name is Francis Apia Krantin. a participant of the APO Graduate in Agribusiness program.
So my name is Obeda Samoa, a participant of APO Graduate in Agribusiness.
Alright, so at the beginning of this project, we were given 15 by 15 meter land to cultivate, and after careful deliberation and research on the market, we realized that if we are to go into the cultivation of lettuce and beetroot, it would be in our best interest. So we, as at now, per the 15 by 15 meter land that we have cultivated and then harvested about 130 kilograms of lettuce and 50 kilograms of beetroot. So in the next few years, with the right investment, we hope to go into the production and marketing sales of our lettuce and other fresh vegetables for both the local and the international market.
Yeah, so as we all know that agriculture comes with risks, comes with challenges. We believe that as we start our project, which is the lettuce and vegetables, when we transplanted the seedlings, we encountered with some challenge, of which we have insects affecting our crop, aphids. But with the technical support and then careful observation with ourselves, we're able to identify that when we use a pesticide called Abamax and then Benko, so we apply those pesticides and then truly it works for us. And also another challenge has to do with when our crops are almost matured for us to harvest to our customers. We had 3 days continuous rainfall, of which some of our crops were submerged in water, and it also really affected us. But the most fortunate part is that by then we're able to sell about 80% of our produce. Yeah.
Okay, so also with the support from APO, their investors, and then some of the sponsors as well, we got to learn that we even had to establish a market before we finally go into production, just to make sure that our produce won't go waste. You know, most of the time, farmers produce in large quantities even before they set out to look for markets. APO Graduate in Agribusiness program has made us know that it is really prudent that you look out for markets before you even go into production. So we didn't have to struggle much for markets, because even before our lettuce and our beetroot were ready, we had people who were even already buying our fields and buying our beds, and so immediately our produce were ready, we had to sell them off, which today we'll be even harvesting some to some of our buyers and our customers around from the market.
It is daring to see young folks venture into agriculture, and I'm here with the able team members of what team? Bofam, right?
Yeah.
With Bofam Vegetables, and they've told us their success story. I want to ask them a question. When you came to your land and you saw that your vegetables were submerged in water, what was the first thing you did?
Okay, so indeed, it's very disheartening to see that what you have actually invested your time, your money, your resource, your energy into is on the verge of going down the drain. But we were motivated even with that, because we felt it's a platform for us to learn and then acquire more knowledge. The next time we should venture into such a production, we will take caution, and then we will factor certain things before we go into production.
Okay,
yeah,
that's great. How much do you think will be enough for you to, expand your business?
Yeah, looking at the cost estimation when you want to do beetroot and then even lettuce, and then with your land size, we are expecting that about 20,000 Ghana cedis won't be bad for us to start or to expand, as our main focus is to feed our local markets and even international market.
So if I give you like 10,000, you wouldn't take it?
Oh yes, of course we will take it. And it's expansion, okay, and then the expansion has to do with the gradual process, step by step. So yes, with the 10,000 it will help.
Okay,
yes.
Sure. What does the future like for you as an individual? Would you continue after the GIA project is done? Would you continue to be a farmer, or are just trying this out?
So one thing that the Graduate in Agribusiness program has really taught me is it's always good to work in teams. I hope, or I look forward to working in this same team, Bofam Vegetables. I think I'm working with people who are more and more committed to the farming activity, and then the farming as a work. So I would rather go into production with them. So I'll work in a team with them in the next few years to come. I hope to be one, or we hope to be, since I'll be working with them, to be one of the leading brands in agricultural produce, be it vegetables, be it food stuff, anything agric, we should be leading in the next few years. Yeah.
Who said money is not in the ground? There's a lot of money underground, and we need to work it out and bring it out for ourselves. Thank you so much for you guys being part of the Graduates in Agribusiness reality TV show. My name is Ohinubanu. I will be bringing you more stories of these young ones who have been able to come this far in this competition.
Hello everyone, my name is Hassan Talbot, a participant in a GIA program. I'm in the program under the name Greenfield Life. I got to hear about the program watching telly with a friend, and then I decided to participate in it. We went through several shortlisting processes, went through an interview stage, and then we began the incubation process. It's been an interesting journey from that time till now. We've also received a lot of training in this program. We've received a lot of training from facilitators on horticulture, on how to make beds, on how to cultivate, on some of the diseases we will encounter, some of the pests we will encounter, and how to control them. It's been very useful going forward. The challenge I actually faced was with land. But by the grace of God, I was able to get a number of them, not just a particular one, but a number of them. And I made use of all of them as I got them. I have currently harvested lettuce, and the yield from the lettuce, in spite of the dry season and then the heavy rains recently, we had a very decent and a good yield, which was able to pay for all expenses and leave us with a very good and decent profit. Apart from that, also I have under cultivation cucumbers, and I also have under cultivation green pepper, which I intercrop some of the lettuce with. My message to all our investors and partners, I would like to say that I am ready to work with you and then meet your supply needs. I'm ready to work with anybody who will be buying for export or for the local market, and I'm ready to take your specifications and then meet your supply. I want to also say to the youth that agric is a very decent, honorable business. It's rewarding when you do it rightly. All you need to do is to acquire the right knowledge and you're good to go. It has better returns than many of the jobs we chase after, and I would like to encourage the youth to be part of it and to invest in the future. So I am looking out for off-takers, and I am willing and ready to meet the specification and the demand of any off-taker that is willing for us to go into any supply arrangements. So I would like to say to APOC and all the facilitators and the organizers, I'm very grateful for such a program. It's really birthed a lot in me. By this program, I've been able to initiate the vertical farming concept that I had always spoken about. I've also been able to cultivate, harvested. I've also been able to actually do supplies by the system of aggregation, getting from farmers and then supplying to others. And it's been a very interesting and educative journey on GIA. Thank you very much.
Still on it on the Graduate in Agribusiness Horticulture reality TV show. We are at the Greenfield farm with our participants, Albert Asempa. This is the farm for our participants, Albert. And for what has really drawn our interest into, coming here to, interact with Albert is because we realize that on this show, he is doing something new, something innovative. Because so far, each and every group we have seen is, doing their farming on an open field. So someone might ask, you're talking of a farm, but why are you, we see buildings around? Yes, Albert is doing this innovative farm he calls the vertical farming, and is also doing this in his home. So let's have a chit chat with Albert to know why he is doing this whole new, farming thing on the project. So join us. Albert, this draws my curiosity a bit. Why did you choose to, do this vertical farming?
All right, so I decided to do the vertical farm because it saves a lot of space. You can have a big yield on a small land size. This unit, for instance, called the Grow Tower, is actually hosting 135 units of lettuce.
Wow.
Each one carries 27 pieces of lettuce. And then the A stand is actually a 70-unit stand. It can take 70 units of lettuce. Compared to the space that they take, very small. Now the Grow Tower is occupying a space of 1 foot by 6 feet. That 1 foot by 6 feet can take a maximum of 10 lettuce, but it is taking 135 pieces of lettuce. It means that you are maximizing the space. So with the Grow Tower, for instance, you can actually, on a plot of land, do more than what someone is doing on an acre of land in the open field. Apart from that, weed is also controlled. The system controls weed on its own. There is no weeding to be done. And then also, it saves a lot of water. Because I have over here an irrigation aid. We have wrapped around it a cotton cloth, and then little holes have been drilled on it. So by capillary, water is able to get to each plant. What it means is that with 1 liter of Vortic, you can water, less than 1 liter of Vortic can water each unit.
The Vortic bottle?
Yes, the Vortic bottle.
Less than 1 liter?
Less than 1 liter of it will be enough to water each unit. So you will not need to spend on money, on water. It saves a lot of water.
Wow.
And it could also be done on any kind of ground. You don't need a fertile land to do it. All you need is a soil that is good. So this can be done on a cemented ground or on a grass, as we are seeing here.
Because yes, as we can see, this is your house.
Yes,
where you
this
are
is a home environment where I'm doing this.
So what are you telling an investor out there who would like to invest into something,
what I want to say to any investor is that the best investment is an investment in the future. So we are looking at what's the future of agriculture. It's not what we are doing now, but this is the future, because land is becoming scarce and land is becoming difficult to find. So this is an investment in the future, because on a small space you can actually feed a lot of people. So this is an area to push their money into.
Wow. This is an area to push your money into. To me, I'm personally impressed, Albert. I'm so much impressed with what you are doing here, because to me, you have brought out something new. You have made, proven to us that you don't really need land to do farming.
Yes, land is not an excuse.
Yes, that's very good. Land is not an excuse. So to our youth out there, what do you want to tell them?
Before my message, there is also another version of it down there that's making use of the Kufuor gallon. Now there's a lot of Kufuor gallon that are leaking and they are not useful for holding water anymore. But it's actually a farm. It's a farm. We have a 6-unit farm over there with just 1 Kufuor gallon with an irrigation aid. Now this can be set up on any cemented ground. It can even be placed in layers so that you can maximize the land as well.
Wow. Wow, this is
very
good.
What I want to say to the youth is that we need to be part of the future. Like I said earlier on, this is an investment in the future. You want to be part of the future because global food security is becoming a big issue now, and any investment in anything agriculture is an investment that has a future.
From Albert, any investment into anything agriculture is an investment into the future. You can see, as he said, this is the Kufuor gallon he's using, and he's going to get so much money from this. For paying what? Paying nothing, but going about and then trying to, and this is even securing these waste materials we are having, at least a way of making good use of them. Yes. I am personally interested in this, and I'm impressed so much, as I said earlier, about your innovative, way. This is actually what a Graduate in Agribusiness project is about. What new thing can you bring on board? What can you do to secure the environment, to save the globe? And that is what Albert is here for you. So whoever is watching, if you are watching, Greenfield is bringing you nothing but investment, but good money for your investment. Watch out for us. Because one of our participants has made a harvest on the Graduate in Agribusiness reality TV program, Greenfield Farms. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we can see your lettuce, that you did the harvesting and all that. So share with us, how was the feeling, harvesting all these crops?
It's a very exciting moment, knowing that after a hard day's work, there's such a reward to get from what you are doing. It tells you that farming comes with a reward, and then it's not just you laboring for nothing.
Wow. So what was the quantity you harvested? We are interested.
I harvested about 10 beds of lettuce.
Wow.
Yes, about 10 beds of it.
10 beds. And what about the market? How were you able to?
Before the lettuce was ready, I decided to do a bit of aggregation. So I did it much with cabbage, but they were almost the same people. So I started supplying cabbage even before the lettuce was ready. So I got in touch with suppliers of buyers of cabbage, buyers of lettuce and all of that. Wow. So far before the farm was ready, I had them available and they came to pick it up.
So this means you have your market?
Yes.
So if I'm ready to invest some money into your business, I should be rest assured we will have buyers for
market is not a problem.
Wow.
We produce based on the available market, and as the market scales up, the production also scales up.
Wow. So at least tell us an estimate of the revenue you generated. We are very curious to know how much, at least, if not everything. We know how much you tell us all, but then what came out of it?
Every bed went for the current price of 250 Ghana cedis.
250.
250 Ghana cedis for each of the beds.
I have started mine, so I'm also looking forward to now I know the pricing for it. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
So what is your message to the youth out there?
My message to the youth is that agriculture is a very productive and a sustainable business. So I will encourage the youth to focus there, because it has very good returns, especially if you're able to acquire the right knowledge to do it well.
Wow. It is a sustainable and productive venture to look into. So to the youth out there, this is from Albert, a colleague youth, to you. Invest in nothing else but agriculture, because that is the future.
Yes, it has been a long day talking to these wonderful participants of the Graduates in Agribusiness reality TV show. I hope you've learned something from them, whilst I did too as well. So see you same time next week, but if you've missed some of our videos, you can get to us on YouTube at AP Oak Limited, and you get all the videos, same on Facebook, and we'll be happy to share our success story with you. As I said earlier, we are getting to the notch of Graduates in Agribusiness reality TV show. We will be graduating very soon and seeing those who will get the investment package to actually start their business as farmers. See you same time next week. It's a bye-bye for me.